Everyone seems convinced that Haaland and Mbappe are the duo who will take over from Messi and Ronaldo. And based on what we've seen so far this season, I can't disagree. The era of Messi and Ronaldo just, unfortunately, seems to have come to an end. But it's only right that a left-footed goal machine and the right-footed goal machine should take over. But let's have some fun. Why not compare the new boys and find out, based on this takeover season, who has been and who is the better player right now. Before I show you all these stats, I've got to say this. These two boys right here are so good that is actually a little bit weird. Let's start with their overall contributions and then we dig a little bit deeper into their stats. As you can see, Haaland has contributed to 39 goals in 29 games and Mbappe to 34 goals in 33 games. Their efficiency is through the roof, and I decided to break this overall contribution into the two competitions who have the highest viewerships for both of these athletes, which is the two domestic leagues and the Champions League. Now, in the two domestic leagues, these guys are out of this world, but the competition that I want to focus on is the Champions League, because in the Champions League, the 10 goals in 6 games that Haaland has scored now in the Champions League means that he is the fastest ever player to score 20 goals in the Champions League history. He's done that in 14 matches. That is the equivalent of a goal every 52 minutes in the Champions League. That is insane. And just for some context, it took Messi 40 games to reach 20 goals and it took Ronaldo 56 games. But the goals that Mbappe has scored in the Champions League this season in the 7 games he's played means that Mbappe is the youngest ever player to score 25 goals. Man, these guys are incredible. When it comes to club competition, it's the Champions League where it's at, and these guys are breaking every single record. And guys, I know that a lot of people say, okay, but it's still far away from Messi and Ronaldo level. These guys are 20 and 22, and they're breaking records that Messi and Ronaldo, when they were that age, couldn't even dream of. I want to keep that in perspective because these guys are doing impossible things, but I want to break down the stats even more. How many games have both of these guys had where they scored 2 goals or more, including hat-tricks? Haaland 11 and Mbappe 8. Both of them have only had 1 hat-trick this season. Haaland scored 4 in 1 game in the Bundesliga, but Mbappe did get a hat-trick at the Camp Nou. So you take that how you will. I mean, they both can clearly score goals, but what about their creativity? How good are they at creating? And I decided to again take the 2 most important competitions for both of these athletes and then do an overall of all the competitions they played in, and I decided to take the key passes first. As you can see, when it comes to the domestic leagues, Haaland is doing better, but when it comes to the Champions League, Mbappe is far more superior in that aspect. But when it comes to the overall key passes per game, which is a very important trait to have as an attacking player, well, they're the same thing. However, Mbappe, as you can see, is doing this at a much higher efficiency. Many more passes per game and many more accurate passes per game. When it comes to these numbers, Mbappe is clearly the better passer and the more creative player, but he only has 1 more assist in comparison to Haaland. So how does that even work? It means that when Haaland does get the right pass going, it's usually an amazing pass. So what about their shooting efficiency? Well, as you can see, both of them take about the same amount of shots per game. However, in this case, contrary to the passing stats, Haaland is much more efficient. Considering the fact that they both take the same amount of shots per game, Haaland has scored 5 more goals in 4 less games. I know when you compare them, it doesn't seem like a crazy difference, but guys, this is not normal. On 3 shots per games, or 3.5 shots per games, in 29 games to have scored 31 goals is FIFA-like. And I added just a little bit of an extra stat there, which is the bad touches per game, but again, that is very similar. It's safe to say that both of these athletes operate at way above average numbers, and they're doing this at such a young age. But Haaland's numbers, even against the stat machine like Mbappe, his numbers seem to just be alien-like. And he's 2 years younger, guys. He's 20. And since we're on the topic of age, I really tried my hardest to find another 20-year-old player who had similar efficiency numbers as Haaland at the age of 20, and I want you to guess how many players you think I've found in the history of football, and I mean the history, the GOATs, everyone. How many players do you think have had similar numbers to Haaland at the age of 20 at such a high level? You might as well stop guessing because there's no point. Just one. And the fact that Mbappe is really close in stats to Haaland is quite scary. And the fact that these boys are only 20 and 22 is scary. They have officially taken over. And honestly guys, they're gonna keep doing this for a very, very long time. Now, whoever you think is the best player out of both of these, that's up to you, because like Messi and Ronaldo, it was all down to preference. The best thing that we can all do is enjoy the greatness, because these two are at the start of their journey and these two are at the end. As always, this was your boy G Alex. I hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you in the next one, and I'm out.